guys, welcome back to Hazardous Golf. It's Andy here. Going to do things a little bit differently today. I'm going to be playing a solo 9. We don't have Chris. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record every single shot and show you the good, the bad, the ugly of me playing 9 holes. I'm going to send it through to Chris without any warning, any sort of heads up about how we've got on. We're going to get him to commentate on the video. Between yourselves and myself, we're aiming for +5 or better. So yeah, we'll get straight after it.
Hello guys, it's Chris here, just taking over with the voiceover. We're going to start off on the first hole at Bangor, par 4, Andy with a little bit of a push drive down the left, nice and safe. It's OB right, so you don't want to be missing that. So Andy's just found himself in the left rough here. To be honest, I've been looking forward to doing this voiceover. I've been playing with Andy for a few years now, and I feel like I understand his game, and I could probably predict a few misses. I understand the strong points, and exciting to see how he performs here. That looks like a nice clean iron. Difficult to tell where it's going from the video, but I'd be surprised if he wasn't close to the green. As we can see, I believe that's him fixing his pitch mark. So he must just be at the back of the green, looking for a putt here for birdie. So his target today is +5 through the front 9. I believe that's very achievable for Andy. He's been performing very well. He typically does do very well over 9 holes. Sometimes you would typically see Andy begin to drop off in 18-hole rounds around hole 14 and 15 due to a wee bit of fatigue and lack of concentration. But I've got high hopes for this front 9 today. So let's see how he gets on here with this putt for birdie. Pretty good line, just missing it there to the left. Still a little bit left there. Pulls the flag out. He saw me hit the pin from close range last week, and the flag kept the ball out of the hole. So he's not making that mistake himself. Getting lined up here, Andy never used to line the ball up, so it's interesting to see that he is now adopting this to see if it's going to give him a bit of a better start line. So let's see, he's got a par putt now. In the hole. Beautiful stuff. Nice par to start. And we're on to the second hole. This is OB down the right. And he seems to have hit maybe a little bit of a pull. I know there's bunkers down there. He may be in one of them. Yep, as we can see there from the wee overlay, he's just found that second bunker. Pretty good drive. This is a very tough shot now. I'd be very impressed if he could get this onto the green. There's another bunker that protects the right side of the green, so he's probably going to go up to the left here. Contact looked pretty good. Well, he's out of the bunker, can't complain. And yep, as you can see, he's just missed to the left there, nearly pin high. Now this is a very difficult chip. This green, you probably can't tell, runs away from him. If he wants to get this to the flag, it would be very impressive if he can actually just keep it on the green, because it will just keep rolling. Yep, he's asking for it to sit down. Did he manage to hold on? Well, it seems like he's marking the ball there, getting it lined up again, so he's just held the green. Probably now has a 10-footer back up the hill for a par. Decent roll. Looks like he just missed it a little high. And a nice tap in for bogey. And we're 1 over through 2. Bang on track. Okay, third hole, another par 4. They're all around the same distance for the first few holes. This plays downhill, and Andy typically enjoys it. A good drive and a wedge. As we can see here, it looks like he's just found the right rough. Okay, I guess Andy probably has 70 or 80 yards just in here. Nice wee wedge onto the green. His game inside of 100 yards is typically very strong. So let's see if he can hit this green. Contact looked good. He seems to like it. Oh, he loves it. He's got a nice wee shot. The audacity of this man to zoom in as he's walking up to his ball on the green. He obviously loved that shot. Now he's got a nice, probably 12-footer here for a birdie. This is probably a relatively straight putt. He got it there and he just misses on the left side. A little bit of a tester now coming back for par. I think I'll make it. Good man. So that is Andy 1 over through 3. Absolutely smashing it. I wish I could make the first 3 holes look this easy. 4th hole, par 5. A drive between the trees here really helps your chances, as this hole's pretty much all uphill. So that looks like it's just to be down the right side. Hopefully still in the rough. Okay, hopefully we've avoided some tree trouble here. He should be able to get up to the left side here. Okay, looks absolutely fine. A good hybrid here to the top of the hill. And he sometimes would be guilty of topping these shots. That looked to be very pure. If he's kept it between the trees, he should just have a nice wedge onto the green. Here we are, we're just on the right side. Looks like he's just missed the fairway by a yard or 2. Can't have much more than a little wedge to hit this green in regulation. Contact looks great. He doesn't look overly pleased. Okay, he's left it short. I'd be delighted with just hitting the green there. This is probably now a 30-40 footer across the green. This would probably break a bit of left to right if he's on the slope. And it looks like he's left that putt very short. I don't think he'll be very happy with that. In Andy's defence, the greens have been very unpredictable over recent weeks. The weather's been good, the weather's been bad, the greens have been slow, the greens have been quick. So it's very difficult sometimes to tell within the first few holes but how the greens are going to roll, and sometimes you even get differences during the round. If the green's been in the sun all day or if it's been in the shade, you will definitely get different paces off the greens. I'm sure you know yourself. So it looks like he's just sneaked that in for a par. Yep, good man. So that would be 1 over through 4. This man is a machine. And he's stopping for a nice little minute to appreciate the views at Bangor Golf Club, Northern Ireland. Look at that course. Hole 5, par 4. This hole is the absolute devil. It might as well be a par 5. It is so brutal, nearly impossible to hit this green in 2 for players like us. And he will after a good drive, he will still have the best part of 210 yards to hit this green. It looks like he's going to be laying up here. There's a path about 180 yards down that he would have to clear, and it's just not worth risking your ball landing on that path. So I guess he's probably got an 8-iron here. He'll lay up short of the path and it will just leave him a wedge on. Contact looked to be good. Seems to be swinging very well today. He doesn't look too delighted. Okay. So you can see over that wee ridge there is the path, and he probably has about 60 yards here to the green. You can see it looks like a yellow pin maybe. We're going right at it. Nice shot. Probably has 20-25 feet here. Putting for par. it would look like Andy's played this hole very well, but we're on in 3. We need a 1 putt to get a par. A 5 on the 5th is very acceptable, and sometimes it just needs to be the goal. So let's see if he can trust his putting from a bit of range here and find par. He's had a wee bit of trouble recently. I think his past 4 or 5 attempts on this hole have all been 6s. So if we can get this 2 putt, we're definitely in for 5. Look to be a nice roll. Leaving a tap in for the bogey. 2 over after 5. Still well on target. 6th hole, back to that conventional 330 yards or so. Par 4, you don't really want to miss too far left here. Those big trees on the left are in play, so hopefully we're short of those. Yes, Andy has just found the rough on the left. If you hit a bigger block, you're dead on this hole. You cannot be in those trees down the left. You're much better hitting the 13th hole down the right here if you're going to miss. Andy probably about 110 yards in here. May have lost that a bit out left. So we are short and left here. This is quite a tough chip. He's a short-sighted here. He wouldn't have a lot of green to play with. So he's trying to go up. And his short game is fantastic. Oh. Did he like that or did he not? He must have landed it just on the front. As I said, it's tough. You don't have a lot of green to play with. So you need to go at that with loft. This would be a great up and down for par to stay 2 over. Nice roll, nice roll. Oh, just misses down the right. That will be a tap in bogey for 3 over through 6. Let's clean this up now. 3 over through 6. 7th hole, this is a longer par 3. That does not look like a great strike for Andy. He's been killer with that hybrid recently, but he has pushed that on to the 5th. This is very difficult. You can see those bunkers protect the green from the side, so he's going to need a lot of loft here to get this up quickly, to get over that tree, and to also land this side of the green, but clear the bunker. Let's see how he's done. If you found the green from there, you've done very well. Looks to have a few feet here for par. This will be a sensational up and down from where he was. Oh, he's just missed to the right. That would have been a left to right breaker. That is a bogey for 4 over through 7. 8th hole. Andy enjoys this drive. I personally hate it. You're fine out there down the left as long as you don't put it too far left. It does seem like he has found that dead zone between the trees. This will make it almost impossible from there to hit the green, as he probably has about 160 yards, but he needs to get back over these trees. I expect this to be short and right to leave a nice little shot in. So there we are, short and right. He's got a little pitch here. This all feeds down into the green. Okay, he's took a lot more loft than I would take here, but he's a confident man with a wedge in his hand. Let's see how he's done. He doesn't seem too pleased. Okay, it just trickled off the back for him there. I'm saying this whole green would feed front to back, and see in the summer you have to land at about 10 short just to hold the green. That is a sensational up and down for par for 4 over through 8. This man is on track. Drive on the 9th. This hole can be very difficult. Anywhere just left of that bunker will be fantastic. Drive looked to be good. Seemed to have just caught the edge of the fairway down the right hand side. This is a 2-tier green, So depending on where the flag is here, looked like a great strike. Trying to judge by his reaction. He doesn't seem too displeased. Okay, we found the top deck. The flag is at the top deck. So we're putting for birdie. A 2-putt, and he's gone 4 over through 9 and has smashed his goal. Oh, he has just left that maybe a touch short for his birdie. This will be a tap-in par, 4 over through 9. This man is going to be a single-figure handicap by the end of this summer. I guarantee it. Thanks for watching.